What is a major life lesson you had to learn the hard way?
You can't really change what's happened just from those experiences, just how you react to them and like how you come out to be like the better person. I had a really big tumor that affected my health. Well, I got to the point where I couldn't walk anymore and I was in extreme pain. I just couldn't picture myself just not being able to walk again.
Abbi is a family woman, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I know. I love my family. My parents took a chance on me and adopted me and just gave me this amazing life I have now.
I've learned a lot. I'm inspired. I've been determined all day. I can't wait till I leave because I'm about to go make a change somewhere.
So welcome to the Honorable Mentions podcast. I'm your host for today, Dr. Merritt.
I'm your co-host, Jordan Ward, and we are here with the amazing Abbi Arleth, our student spotlight. We're just here to, get to know you a little bit deeper, get to know the why behind the honors student, okay?
Okay.
Hit it.
So, Abbi, thank you so much for being here. We're so excited to have you and to have you share your story with us. So let's start by telling us just a little bit about baby Abbi all the way to today.
I was originally born in China, and then I got adopted when I was 2.5 by my family. And I grew up in Washington in a small little country town where I grew up with 4 brothers and 5 sisters. I went to the same school district my whole life, like elementary school all the way to high school. Did a lot of sports and a lot of involvements in high school, and then now I'm here in GCU.
What are some of these sports that you did in high school?
So I was a competitive cheerleader for Washington Extreme, and then I did high school cheer through my high school, and then I did some powerlifting.
Nice. What was your favorite part of powerlifting? This is intriguing.
I really liked power clean.
Oh my gosh, that is a hot take. I know a lot of people that cannot properly power clean.
Yeah, I know.
It irks my nerves.
I don't like bench, but I like power clean.
Okay, so we agree. We agree. What is this small town, Washington? You said you from small town in Washington.
Yeah,
Tell me more about that.
It's called Deer Park.
Mm-hmm. Deer Park.
Yeah.
Like the water. Deer Park water, right? I think that's.
I
the
don't
name
know
of
what
the
you're
water,
talking
right?
about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
You are on your own, my friend.
There's a Deer Park. Sure. There's a Deer Park water. Somebody please. And if it's not, you won't see this. But I think there's a Deer Park water. Okay, tell us more about Deer Park, Washington.
It's a small little town. Like I think, the population has grown. It's like population 5,000 now, which is really good. Lots of families are like moving there to like start families or just grow the families there. But yeah, that's really not a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I swear this is a water. I'm not Deer Park. I swear I didn't just make that up. So, what about the community that you kept in high school?
The community was always really good, just because the town was so small. So like, there's always pros and cons to that. One of the cons is that everyone knows like everyone's business,
Yes.
But
such a small area, so
but the good
everybody.
thing about like the good pros is that like since it's such a small community and everyone knows everyone, like everyone always comes together like when there's times in needs or like if there's someone that needs help.
Absolutely. So from like previous conversations, we understand that you faced some significant health challenges in your childhood. Would you share some of those with us?
Yeah, so I was born with the disease called neurofibromatosis. The abbreviation for that is called NF type 1. And so this affects like the nerves and how they grow and develop. And so with the NF gene, it just the mutation, what it generates is bilingual tumors, which is non-cancerous. And so they're called neurofibromas. Those are tumors that grow on your nerves. And so because of this disease that I do have like tumors like all over like my body, like my nerves and stuff. And then some other like effects with this disease is that you get spots called cafe Ella spots, which is just like freckles like all over your skin, like brown marks like that. I have it like over my body. I don't know, but so that, and then you also get like freckles like under your skin or like mostly under your armpits. I do have like tumors all over, but I had a really big tumor that affected my health. Well, I got to the point where I couldn't walk anymore and I was in extreme pain. And it got to the point where the pain was so bad that I had to get taken to the hospital to get emergency surgery. And so during that time, I was 12 and I had to miss the last 2 months of my 6th grade year. When I came back after my surgery, people did find out about my disease.
Mm-hmm.
And so during that time, people started to like make rumors about how it was contagious and to stay away from me. And so that was like a challenge that I had to navigate just because that was not something I really experienced until the word got out that I had a disease and that it was contagious when it wasn't.
So through this time of the rumors that your disease is contagious, when again it can be easily debunked by a Google search, what values did you hold true to? So you said like knowing that your true friends will stay your true friends no matter what. Like how did you overcome these rumors? Like, was there ever an end to it? Did you just live through it? How kind of break that down more for me?
Honestly, I just like lived through it. Like I did not like going to school. I dreaded going to school, but I think like after the middle school phase was like over and I entered like my high school years with like my sisters were, I think that absolutely helped, just having my sisters by my side.
It's so frustrating.
It is.
How mean kids are. I just don't understand, you know. And now I've got my 2 little ones and I'm so both scared of, please don't turn into that mean kid, right? But also like I don't want you to face these things either. But I happen to know, just having known you over the last few years, how genuine and kind and caring you are and driven. And I've seen you do all these really incredible things on campus.
You.
And so I'm just curious how you learned through that process. And instead of hardening up and getting angry, instead you've really demonstrated a lot of empathy and caring.
Yeah, thank you. I just think that like my mindset has always been like to prove like others wrong. Like during my surgery when I had it, the doctors told me like when we go through with the surgery, they had to take out one of my nerves in my leg when they took out the tumor, just because the tumor was so big and they thought it was cancerous, because there are times with my disease where it can be cancerous, but the likelihood of that's just very low. But just since the tumor was just so big and launched like in like my hip and like leg area, they thought like it was cancerous and it was attached to my nerves, so they did take out like a whole nerve. And so the surgeon like did tell me like there was a high possibility I would never walk again. And I'm a very stubborn and like really petty person. And so like I just straight up told the doctor, like 12-year-old Abby, being like, no, I am gonna walk again, I'm gonna prove you wrong, and like I'm gonna do my sports, I'm gonna walk again, and all of that stuff. And that's like one of my biggest accomplishments I have, just like not giving up. Just because if I would have just give up and like listened to what the doctor told me and just be like okay with it, like okay, I'm okay with never walking again, just being in a wheelchair, then I wouldn't be like where I am today, just being able to walk, which is like a miracle. And it just proves like with the correct mindset you can get past those barriers.
And I just want to do a little moment of praise. Every year, at least for every year that I've been here, the Honors College goes on a Prescott retreat, a very outdoorsy retreat. And Abby, I had the pleasure of being on Abby's team, and we did a multitude of activities, guys. Let me tell you, and to see you, and in all honesty, you wouldn't look at Abby and see this, if that makes sense. This is like one of my first times hearing about it, like doing the student spotlight. It was very known that she was out there. She was a leader amongst leaders, should I say, and didn't let this did not come up in any type of way, nothing to kind of pity or feel bad for. When a lot of people choose that route, instead of persevering, they choose to, again, harden up instead of persevering. So what I want to ask is like, what drove that in you to not harden up? What made you kind of persevere this particular action and go, I'm going to live with it. 12-year-old Abby, I'm going to live with it. I will walk again. Like, it's a mindset. Tell us a little bit more about that core mindset.
It is a mindset. I don't know. I just couldn't picture myself just not being able to walk again. And then also I just couldn't like imagine like how it would be for my family, just to like, like my family's pretty big, and they thought like all of my family's pretty healthy, and then just like me, I didn't want them to also like have to feel like I'm an obligation, which obviously they wouldn't think that, they're my parents, but like once you become an adult, you're like living by yourself. I didn't want them to think like they always had to take care of me. And also I I'm a very independent person. I like to be able to take care of myself too.
Is there anything that you would like to say? You said I couldn't picture myself not walking again. So I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to say whatever I need to say. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. Do you have any advice for the people that tend to, maybe hide from a certain situation or tense up?
Yeah, I would definitely say it was hard during like a lot of times. There were times where like I just didn't feel up to it, especially during physical therapy. I praise my physical therapist that like was with me throughout my whole like journey to be able to walk again, just because there was days where I straight up told her like, no, I don't feel up to it, I don't feel good, I don't want to do it, like my leg hurt, just be like, no, like she'd pull me out of bed and like grab me like my workout, like just make me do it anyways. So it's also the people around you that like also believe in you and like want to help and support you too, because if without her help or supportiveness, or like her I don't know what to call it, like her, I guess her stubbornness too, to like make me not want to give up and like, no, we're gonna do it today, I don't care if you're feeling this way. It wasn't like because she didn't like me, it was just out of like love and care for me, like for wanting me to like reach my goal of like wanting to walk again.
Because I'm sure she also had the same thing, like I cannot picture Abbi never walking again.
Yeah.
So great. Community is important. Community is something
so important.
that we've talked about a lot on this podcast, but it is so important. I think people tend to underestimate how important it is and the imperativeness that a community holds within us.
Yeah,
absolutely. And what's fascinating to me is through knowing you too, I have some background information that not all of our listeners have, but I know that you're very clear on your core values, which we do talk a lot about here in the Honors College. But can you tell us a little bit more about what your core values are and how you identified them and how it really relates to some of your life experiences?
Yeah, so one of my top values is forgiveness. Like that's my number one top value, just because there was a lot of times growing up where I felt a lot of angerness or sadness. Like I didn't always used to be like the person I am today. I used to always like in a way kind of play the victim card, make people feel bad for me, or like I'd be angry at like how come I'm experiencing this but other people are not, how come I'm feeling this way and they're not feeling that way, or just like holding on to grudges that I shouldn't have. But then like also developing my relationship with God, it taught me to like if God can forgive me for my sins that I do, like how come I can't forgive someone for like the sins that they do as well? And then also just holding on to the negative energy is just not good. It's not good for your mental health at all. And that's just really helped me a lot, just not holding on to negative energy or just forgiving right on the spot, because it really does like lift some weight off your shoulders when you do that.
Did you learn to forgive in your K-12 years, or was that something you learned here, or what does that timeline
I feel like I've learned it throughout like all my years. Like during my elementary years, I would say like I learned it more like as I became more mature, just because as a kid I never understood why I was getting treated the way I did. But as I'm growing up, I realized like I don't really blame the kids that treated me the way that they did, just because they were also kids, and it depends on the household you grew up in. So maybe they weren't taught that, and kids are kids, their brains aren't fully developed. So I don't blame the kids like that did that, just because they maybe didn't understand, and they do now just because their brains are like developing, but they weren't at like that small age,
So as someone who is more seasoned in age than the two
Clock
of you.
that, y'all. That word seasoned. Whew, that was a good one.
I tried.
Someone who's more cultured.
Listening to you describe this and your understanding of it is really impressive. I mean, you're looking at this from a much broader perspective, a much more mature perspective than I think even some of your peers here in college might be able to. Where do you think that comes from? I mean, being able to think about the fact that, yes, they treated me poorly, but they were maybe doing that because of where they came from, or because of the fact that they're just kids and their brains aren't quite developed yet. I mean, newsflash to both of you, your guys' brains aren't fully developed yet either. But yet the fact that you can step back and look at it from that big of a picture is impressive. So where does that come from?
I just grew up in a very like a wise household. Like my dad and mom, they're very intelligent people, and they're very caring people. They're people who always give and do their best to provide for people in need. Like, as I said, like I'm adopted. I have 2 other siblings who are adopted, and they've taken in people too, and they're my family as well. So it mainly just stems from my family. They've taught me a lot, and just growing up in that kind of environment, it's just something that like it just grows on you too, and it's just something that sticks with you because it's, for me, it's normalized. Like I think it's normal just to do that, like to give out and help people, just because that's the environment I grew up in, and that's something that I love doing too. Just because I've seen how it's impacted my life, my siblings' lives. I think about that a lot. It's just like how my life would be differently if I wasn't adopted, and just how amazing my life is just because my parents took a chance on me and adopted me and just gave me this amazing life I have now.
Like your family, you said that they have the heart. Obviously, they adopted you. They love to serve people. Well, we know from doing some background investigations, or AKA talks with you. We also know that you like to serve. Obviously, you serve where you're in LIA with us, but can you tell us more about a leadership role that you took on maybe in high school where you were serving people?
Yeah, so I got the really nice opportunity to be a part of the SPED program, which is the special education program for my high school, and that was one of the most fulfilling and like meaningful things that I ever got to be a part of. Like, I'm very fortunate that I got chosen to be a part of this opportunity. And so my role was that I would be a leader for the special education program and the students in it. And so what my role looked like is that I would just help the students in their like socially. And so I would build relationships with them, like make sure they were involved in the assemblies we did. Like, I was also part of the ASB leadership team. And so during like fun activities, like if I saw them like raising their hand if they wanted to do it, I'd make sure to call on them just so like they can get involved, because they should also deserve to be a part, like get that high school experience, just because of like stereotypes and just how unfortunately like society is, people just don't view them as just people, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So just being there and just being someone they could trust in, and just giving them the full high school experience. Like, through this, I also got to help with a project called Prom Spectacular, where they got to actually have a school dance, because for at least my school district, they won't allow at any of our proms or homecomings, just because it could be like simulating for them. Same with sports too. They weren't unfortunately allowed on like varsity or JV, but we had something called unified sports, where they would play soccer and like bowling, and they would go against other school districts as part of the SPED program and like compete against them.
Nice. Sounds like a big heart. That is a heart. You have to have a heart to do the things like that and to serve others. So tell us about you. Obviously, we know about your leadership in high school. Now, is there any leadership roles, or is there anything that you do to serve now here on campus or off campus?
I try to do ministries. I unfortunately have not been on top of it as much this year, just because I've been very busy. But I like going to like the neighborhood, which is just serving kids and like worshiping God and just having like Bible lessons and then just playing with them until the parents pick them up.
But I also know you've led some other things on campus. You're involved in a few different things. For example, what was one big thing you were a part of this year?
I got to be a part of lip sync. And so that was a really cool opportunity, just because this was my first year ever like being a part of something that you gotta build on, just because I've always been like the student and being able to go to the events, but I never actually got to see like, wow, like the amount of process and work that like everyone puts into lip sync, especially CAB, like special events. They're amazing. They've been working on this since April. So their work does not even account to like how much I did. It's like very little compared to like what CAB did, or like my video and photography team. Like, it was just all of them. I just helped coordinate it.
Very humble of you. I just want to know, I enjoy lip sync. It's a very, very great, very orchestrated event. I could tell that there have been hours and hours upon days
definitely.
and months of dedication that went into making sure that was an A+ event, which it was. You said that, what were some stats for the arena? Was that the most?
Yeah, no. So the stats were really good. Yeah, so it was the most people attending lip sync in all the lip syncs, which that was really good. The theme was so good. Like, CAB did really good coming up with the theme this year, and I just don't know how they're gonna top it next year. I mean, they always do though. So
for anybody who maybe hasn't been to lip sync or isn't familiar with how big of a deal it is, you just paint the picture around that for a minute?
Yeah, so lip sync is one of the biggest events hosted on campus. We have 2 special events that we do each semester. So during fall semester, it's lip sync, and during spring semester, it's GCU's Got Talent. But for lip sync, it's where teams can audition and basically just do some fun dances with their teams, their friends, and compete against one another for the trophy.
But it's a big deal.
It's such a big deal. It's a big event. I don't think people, especially the freshmen, like, I don't think they realized how big it was. And then, like, you see the videos, like, on TikTok, like point of view, like, you didn't realize, like, lip sync was, like, GCU takes lip sync very seriously. And, like,
they do.
We seriously do.
They do. It was, again, I want to reiterate how much I was very, and be this as it may, but I was very shocked and I was very surprised that this event was, this was my first lip sync and it's my third year here, and I was just like, oh my gosh, from the choreography, the audio, the video, the slideshows that were playing while they were dancing, were insanely funny. That was a great job. And I also love, there's a bit of discretion, there's a bit of secrecy behind the dances. Obviously they don't want to ruin what they got, and it is a competition at the end of the day.
It is.
So it was a very great event, very well put on event. And this is our last year seeing Matthew as the host.
I know. Matthew is just so amazing, and he's such a people's person, and he's so performative. Like, I can't imagine like lip sync without Matthew, because he's just done so well over these 3 years. And same with the teams. Like, I know that you were just talking about like the video and the audio.
Yes.
That was all the teams. So we didn't do that. They did the slideshow for that, and the choreography, that was the teams too. So they put in a lot of time and effort for that, and I feel like they should get recognized for their hard work and time, because not only was like student engagement or Kappa putting in time, but also all the teams performing, they put in a lot of time and work to coordinate the dance and like be able to perform it for the students.
So you played a significant role in lip sync. I know you're in the Leadership in Action Fellowship here in the Honors College, and I've also witnessed you take some pretty impressive strides toward your career. What are some of your career goals?
I don't know. I just like to work for like a big company. I don't know. Just with my brain, I just always like to think big, I mean, as I said, like, I straight up told the surgeon who did schooling, like went to college and like went to like more schooling after getting the graduate degree. Like, I straight up told her like, no, I am gonna walk again. Like such a big. I don't know. I guess. I can be cocky sometimes, if that makes sense. And so, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like, oh yeah, I'd be so good for this role. But then sometimes they shut me down. The companies are like, no, we don't want you. But you never know until you try. And so, that's actually something that you talked to me about, Dr. Mia, when I was telling you about applying for Amazon, and I was telling you like all these reasons on why I shouldn't apply, and then you gave me the same response my dad gave me about why I should apply. And so I did, and then I got the not the job, hopefully we'll see, but I got the interview portion, which was really good, because I didn't know the process of like working for like applying for such a big company. That application took me like 2 to 3 hours, and they made me do a math exam, which I was not expecting. A 1 hour math exam. I was like, well,
and I'm
this is Amazon.
Okay.
No, and I was like, well, somehow like blessed, like I passed somehow, so because I got the interview. But yeah,
I would like to just highlight a thing you said, and I see this a lot amongst my honors peers. We do so much. Some of us wake up early hours of the day. Trust me, I wake up early hours of the day sending emails at 2 a.m. Like, and there's minimal sleep. We do a lot of things. And another thing was like, not to be cocky. I think there's a difference between being cocky and confident in your ability. From talking to you here, I think that you're very confident. Telling somebody that obviously has probably went to school for 12 years that I'm going to walk again. For the record, can you walk?
A kid telling a straight up grown adult
exactly
at the like professional level, no, I'm gonna prove you wrong,
Exactly. And for the record, can you walk?
I mean, yeah, I can.
Exactly. So this is me telling you right now. There's a huge difference between being cocky and confident, and I urge my peers that work day and night to achieve these milestones and accomplishments, to be outgoing and projected amongst others, and in a way it could be motivation. I'm motivated. I've been motivated through all these podcasts that I've done. I've been speechless. I've been motivated, and I've determined to do better in myself. So I don't think at all that it is cocky. I think it's you being confident in the point, because look, I'll tell somebody that's been doing something for 30 years, you're wrong. Like, and
yeah.
As long as we're right about it, that's a good thing. So I just wanted to note that out.
Yeah, thank you. I think sometimes it's like the people too that like boost your confidence, because I think if it wasn't for my dad and like Dr. Mia for like encouraging me and pushing me. I don't think I would have applied because I just didn't think I had the correct skill sets or had enough skills to even apply. So if it wasn't for them like encouraging me and giving me that like extra little confident boost, I don't think I would have applied. So sometimes like even though like confidence come within you, like sometimes you, having that supportive like community again like is really good to have.
Exactly. It's like almost a step stool to this particular milestone or whatever you're trying to achieve or believe in. Somebody else can be like, yeah, Abby, you can do it, you know?
Exactly.
And I know you've mentioned your dad a couple of times. I know you have a really special relationship with him. Tell us a little bit about your dad.
I love my dad so much. He's like one of the most intelligent people I know. He's so smart, good memory. And I don't know, he has four biologically like boys, and he's never had a girl, so he adopted three of us, like me, myself, not me, myself, and I.
He adopted 3 people, ladies and gentlemen. 3 people. Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, no, he adopted 3 people, me, my 2 sisters, and he was just born to be a good dad. Like, one of my favorite memories is that we asked him if we could paint his nails neon pink. And he said yes. And we were like 5, 6, 7. And so we did not have the coordination to actually paint like straight on. And so he went to work the next day with... he went to work the next day with the neon painted nails and like on his skin and stuff, just because he couldn't say no to us. And just the fact that he divides his time so individually with each of us, like I don't even know if he has a favorite, but if he does, but anyways, yeah, he just divides his time individually with each one of us. Like, that's another one of my favorite memories growing up, is that he would take us out on like little dates growing up, and like individually just to spend one-on-one time with us. And I would always look forward to my day. Like, I was like, yeah, it's my turn. Like, grab into like my sister's faces, like it's my day to like spend the day with my dad and stuff. And then I just like have a special bond with him. Like, he has a special bond with obviously like each one of his children. Like with one of my sisters, Katie, him and her have a bond for like ice cream, so they always try like new ice cream places or new ice cream flavors. And then with me and my dad, the thing I have with him is that I love fishing with him, so I go fishing with him. And then him and we love like watching the Marvel movies, and so whenever there was been in, like a new Marvel movie coming out, we would always go to the theaters and watch it together.
So hold on. I did not know that you fish.
Neither did I.
Let's talk about that a little bit. What is that? Is this straight up fishing? Is this fly fishing? What are we doing?
Honestly, I don't know. I have my dad do all of that for me.
So you just do it with him?
I just do it with him. No, but I obviously cast it and stuff, but like we go out like in the ocean.
Oh.
So you're ocean fishing.
Yeah, like I have some big photos. Yeah, no. There was one time like, well, I think maybe it was 2024, 2023, but I went fishing with him and I caught a capizon, and like the fish was so big. I don't know if you know what a capizon is, but it's a pretty big fish.
I do know.
And I thought I was gonna fall in the ocean just because of how heavy like the fish was. I was about to ask my dad, like, can you just like reel this up for me? I'm not strong enough, but I did it.
Why am I envisioning?
But like
I feel like you're gonna pull it out of the ocean and it's as tall as you or something.
But yeah, no, like I can show you the photo after like the podcast.
Please,
but it was like
absolutely.
It was like almost the same, like not the same size as me, but it felt like it was the same size as me.
Dad, he needs to be here for this.
I know, right? I'm also taking notes because I am absolutely hoping that my daughters paint my husband's nails someday, because I can't wait for that. But
that would be amazing. So, all right, going ahead and just summarizing the experiences. What is a major life lesson you had to learn the hard way? And just kind of break that down to us, and what can you tell your other honors peers about this?
You can't really change what's happened, because that's something I've had to learn. Like I said, like I wasn't always like who I am today. I used to kind of play the victim card and like want to make me like people like feel bad for me, but it's just not good like to hold on to that either, just mentally and all of that. And then also you can't change the past. Like that's something too, like that I talked about with like anger. You can't change what happened. It's in the past. Like it's it's happened and it's happened. There's nothing you can do. You got to move forward and like be better. And then also just from those experiences, just how you react to them and like how you come out to be like the better person. Because as we talked about, you can always come out to be like, hey, this is going to be a learning lesson, or like, okay, this is like who I am now because this happened. Now I'm just going to be a negative person now just because this moment in my life happened and it affected me. So it's also just the way you react and how it shapes you as a person.
Absolutely. I hear a lot of the control what you can control.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
a lot of people, dwell on what they cannot control. And this is where you get stuck in this spiral of trying to figure out ways that, are humanly impossible to try to, do this when you could be doing something you can be doing something else that's very productive.
Yes.
Or again, you could have walked around and played the victim card all your life, but that's not what you chose to do.
Yeah.
So, and we appreciate this so much. We want to go ahead and do a little honorary, like little lightning round. We're gonna ask you a couple questions, and in 30 seconds you're gonna answer them. They're gonna be rapid fire. Okay.
Got
You gotta say I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
No, we gotta say I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
There we go.
There's the stubborn Abby. I'm ready. Go for it.
There we go. All right. Aside from family and friends, what is one thing you miss the most about Washington?
One thing I miss about Washington is the 4 seasons. We don't get that in Arizona.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
which one's your favorite?
I love autumn, like autumn, fall, my favorite season.
Nice. Yeah, you don't get nothing here.
No.
Aside from school and friends, what is your favorite part about being here?
I honestly love the sunsets and sunrises. They're just so beautiful.
Oh yes,
they're so pretty.
They are. I mean, they're
just like unreal. Just like what?
Like there's no clouds. I mean, you can very well see the sun. What is a hot take that you have that me and you could debate to the ground about? You would not let this go. Like something that you're ready to go to the depths of the earth to debate about.
I feel like naps can be necessary at any age.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I agree. I don't usually take naps, but this past week I've been taking naps. I'm not opposed to it. I want that to be on the record.
Yeah, no, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past 72 hours just because of just everything, and so I straight up was like dozing off in class a little bit, so I had to like go up to my professor and like apologize. Like I was like, I'm so sorry. Like it's not you. I love your class. It's just. It's been a long week.
It has. What is your favorite part about this stage in your life right now?
I feel like my brain's just developing more and just being able to like understand things more. Just trying to figure out like who I want to be like as a person or like as a leader as I'm stepping out of GCU next semester.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite scripture or quote?
Yeah, so my favorite scripture is Psalms 3:3-6, which is, "But Lord, you are my Lord, you are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. I call out to the Lord, and he answers from his holy mountain. I lie and sleep, and I wake again, because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear, through tens of thousands assail me on every side."
Hallelujah, Jesus, amen. What is one fun fact about you?
One fun fact that not many people know, like they always are so shocked when I tell them, but I have a tattoo.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those. All right, what is this tattoo? If you don't mind disclosing that
so it's my first tattoo. It's my only tattoo I have, but it's a family tattoo that I had my family do. So I had all my family members, my mom and dad, and my siblings and my niece draw like hearts. And then I had the drawing of the hutch on that like tattooed on my skin.
I love that. That is so wholesome. Mm-hmm. Abby is a family woman, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I know. I love my family. So
what we like to do here on the Honorable Mentions podcast is before we wrap it up, and I'm willing to bet money that I know who yours is going to be. And look, he's such an amazing man. I don't care if we do a whole podcast about it. So go ahead and tell us, behind Abby, who is your honorable mention? Who is your person?
I would say my dad, but yeah, so shout out to Brad Arleth. But yeah, no, it's my dad. He's, like I said, he's just a very giving person, always willing to help out anyone in need, just like my mom. But yeah, and like he also like worked his way up. Like he showed me like what hard work does for you and like how hard work pays off. He just worked really hard to provide for our family, and he's just a very providing man.
Oh my gosh, shout out to Mr. Brad, right?
Yeah.
Brad Arleth. Shout out to Brad Arleth. Well, Abby, thank you so much for not only coming and being vulnerable with us, but coming and inspiring the students of the Honors College or whoever is watching to, be better, to do better, to not play the victim card, to control what we can control, and to persevere over certain situations. We love you, and we're so grateful to have you. I've learned a lot. I'm inspired. I've been determined all day. I can't wait till I leave because I'm about to go make a change somewhere.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, the way that we end this is we throw our lopes up, and I count down from 3.
Oh.
And then no, you can throw them up.
Okay.
I'm going to have them up until the end of the podcast. So you throw these lopes up, and then I'm going to count down from 3, and then we're going to go, we're out. Okay?
Okay.
And we're going to look at that bad boy right there.
That one?
Yes, this
Okay.
bad boy right here. All right, 3, 2, 1. We're out.
Oh, wow. I was going to say lopes out.
That works too.